Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, August 26, 2021. Education Minister Favour Williams says government is contemplating having another weekend vaccination blitz for our children. The minister's comment follows a 4-day blitz event to inoculate youngsters 12 to 18 years old, which she says was a successful start to the vaccination program for this cohort.
Depending on the results, we may have to have another blitz, depending on the take-up. So we will see in terms of the numbers, and then we will obviously send out information to persons.
The 4-day blitz from August 21 to 24 was possible due to the recent donation of Pfizer vaccine from the United States government. As for the general public, vaccination is ongoing with the AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson vaccines. Close to 20,000 industry players from the tourism sector benefited from the recent return of cruise ships to Jamaica. Portfolio Minister Edmund Bartlett says the recent docking of Carnival Cruise provided well-needed income to several families that were impacted by the 17-month hiatus of cruise shipping due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
It was an exciting moment for the people in JIS, for the cruise workers who had not done any work for 17 months, for a number of the tour operators and ground transportation people who hadn't taken any cruise passengers for the same period, and certainly for the shops and the vendors and the craft traders, all the players who have traditionally been part of this big industry, but who had been laid off, furloughed, or otherwise out of a job.
Minister Bartlett says strict COVID-19 safety protocols were put in place before the arrival of Carnival Sunrise and will continue to be observed for the industry. Plans are in the works to transform the Hounslow Research Station in St. Elizabeth into a center of excellence for small ruminant production in Western Jamaica. It's part of the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries Public Infrastructure Program, targeting the rehabilitation of research stations across the island. At the recent launch of a $50 million ruminant development program, Portfolio Minister Floyd Green said the Hounslow Station was underutilized. He reasoned that with the development of the Center of Excellence, greater focus could be placed on the rearing of sheep, goats, and rabbits.
Now we need to incorporate the technology. We need to use research to drive what we do. We need to ensure that our investments are made on business principles.
A similar upgrade is planned for the Bodles Agriculture Research Station in Old Harbour, St. Catherine. Minister Green says the facility will be equipped with modernized training tools for best practices in meat processing, storage, and packaging. Work is also ongoing on a national livestock policy. Jamaican athletes who won medals at the recently concluded Tokyo Olympic Games, along with their coaches, will soon be rewarded with an investment package worth $41 million. The Jamaica Olympic Association and two of its key sponsorship partners, Supreme Ventures Limited and Mayberry Investments, will be providing the package through an initiative dubbed Olympic Rewards Program. The Supreme Ventures Foundation is contributing $30 million, while $6 million will come from Mayberry Investments and $5 million from the Jamaica Olympic Association. An athlete who won a gold medal will get a $6 million reward. $4 million each will go to silver medalists and $2 million to those who copped bronze at the Olympic Games. A similar cash amount maintains for relay placing. $6 million will be shared among members of Jamaica's gold medal winning 4x1 women's team and $2 million shared among the women who placed third in the 4x400 meters relay. Coaches will also be rewarded for their work. They will receive $1 million for an athlete who won a gold medal, $750,000 for an athlete placing second, and $500,000 for those with a bronze medal finish. This coaching reward is only applicable to individual medalists and not relays. The funds will be under investment management at Mayberry for a period of 3 years or until the athlete or coach's retirement from track and field, whichever is earlier. At the end of the period, the athletes can decide whether they would like to cash in their investments or maintain their accounts. The Heart Foundation of Jamaica, HFJ, is partnering with other institutions to embark on a CPR community training program for approximately 1,000 persons across the island. Director of Emergency Cardiac Care at the foundation, Dr. Hugh Wong, made the announcement at a recent JIS think tank.
The primary goal of resuscitation, of course, is to increase immediate CPR rates, increase the use of AEDs, increase the number of patients who arrive at hospital alive or still undergoing CPR, that we can increase our survival rates. A number of persons have died when they should not have died. And that is the focus of the Heart Foundation, to prevent the loss of lives that could be saved. And that life could be yours.
Dr. Wong points to a 2014 audit study at the Kingston Public Hospital on the outcome of persons who received CPR prior to arriving at the emergency department, which he says highlighted the importance of cardiopulmonary resuscitation.
What we found out was that those who received CPR at an immediate survival rate of 18%. In other words, 18% of the patients who had cardiac arrest survived to admission. Then 9% were alive at 48 hours, but only 5% of the patients were able to be discharged from hospital.
August 23 to 28 is being observed as CPR Week under the theme, Keep Pumping. The Heart Foundation's Director of Emergency Cardiac Care is also imploring private and public entities to invest in an automated external defibrillator, a machine that provides shock to restart the heart, as he says applying CPR alone may not be adequate. And finally, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has described as a great loss the passing of one of Jamaica's most preeminent scientists and academic scholars, Professor Gerald Layla. Professor Layla died on August 23 following a brief illness. He was 90 years old. The Prime Minister remembered Professor Layla as an astute scientist and educator who had a significant impact on several sectors through his work as a geochemist. Mr. Holness extended condolences to Professor Layla's family, the University of the West Indies community, and other colleagues and friends. Professor Gerald Layla founded the International Center for Environmental and Nuclear Sciences and is the recipient of 3 national honors, including the Order of Jamaica. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.